Friday. This is Wakefield coming at you on a Friday afternoon, taking a little break from financial planning grind to come at us with another resource. I hope it's helpful to you. Reminding us this isn't some gimmick outside of my business, like family resources and the resources we use to enhance our life are meant to do just that, make our lives rich. And that's exactly what financial planning is all about, right? Is to make sure we become rich, not just in bank accounts and investment accounts, but really our lives are rich. We have full lives. If you have a ton of money but don't have full life, what's it for? So it's not just about money, it's about skills, our time, our energy, and using everything we have been given to make sure we are as full as possible. So that's what Family Resource Friday is all about, and this week's Family Resource Friday is especially helpful with my time. I even forgot I was using this as a special resource just because it's been such a consistent part of the way I've worked on my computer for so long. So when us being humans, we often lack self-control, and there's actually been research done that says our willpower is a limited resource. Our brains only have so much ability to defy what sometimes our emotional urges or short-term urges want. You know, we say, I don't want to eat that thing. It's not healthy. It's not on my diet plan. But you only have so much willpower to resist before you're like, let's just go for it. And the same can be said of the way sometimes we get distracted from what's really important to us. So the first thing is we need to make sure we know what's really important to us, right? When we're calm and healthy and well-rested, we can think, man, I really want this thing long-term. I want to save this much money. I want to use my time like this. I don't want to use my time on this thing. I do want to talk and spend more time with these types of people. I don't want to spend as much time with these types of people. Those big picture things that when we're thinking straight and clearly that we want to do are great to know and important to know. The problem is when we start getting the day-to-day actions of life, we'll often say, it's not as important maybe as I said earlier. I just want to go for it. And the problem when we go for it is we end up sacrificing what's truly important to us. And it's not the real us. That's usually the tired, lacking self-control us that ends up indulging in these short-term things that then sacrifice what we would say is really important to us. So what do we do about it? Do we get more willpower? Do we try harder? Do we just, buckle in tighter and like, I can do this? I've seen that fail too often for me. I've seen it fail for a lot of my clients and a lot of my friends and family. So instead, I think the better strategy is to protect ourselves, not expect ourselves to have more willpower, but instead expect ourselves to fail. Therefore, we put ourselves in a place where we can't fail. We really put blinders on where we don't even see the temptations that will derail us from those long-term things we decided when we were thinking more clearly. So often, I know as I get older and older that my most valuable resource is time. And I need to protect that time. And it gets harder to protect that time in a world where, we are connected all the time and people are flashing things and notifying and pinging us all the time. And one of the main, one of the most guilty parties is Facebook and social media in general. So on Facebook, I'm on my computer a lot in my work, communicating, financial planning, researching. So what I often have in front of me is a computer desktop, and it's really easy to type in facebook.com. Sometimes I need to because I use Facebook in my business to make sure I'm staying connected with clients, just like this video. So what I will do is I'll find, though, if I let Facebook have its way, it'll throw things in front of my attention that will derail me and my time of what I know I need to do to reach what I have set as goals that are important to me and my family and the people I love and want to serve. So on the news feed, what I really have had to do is like, man, I can't look at it. But instead of relying on myself to can't look, need to click somewhere else, my brain will so quickly go off that I have to protect myself. I have to put a guardrail up. And that guardrail this week is what we call Facebook News Feed Eradicator. So here is my Facebook feed. This is live. I have an ad up of all things. Facebook is doing an ad. And, it's a decent ad. It's probably relevant to me. They do a pretty good job of that, but I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to consider what promo.com is. So they've shown that here. When I get onto Facebook and I want to say post this video or communicate with a client or do something else on Facebook, what I need is to not be distracted by the newsfeed. So what I'll do is then I will instead pull up what we've got going on right over here, and I'll search for newsfeed. He's going to pull it up there, newsfeed Eradicator. So the first result is newsfeed Eradicator for Facebook. Now this is a Google Chrome extension. Google Chrome is the browser I use. I highly recommend it. I have so much success using Google Chrome. Really, it just works very seamlessly for me. So I already have this extension installed. If you don't, you could hit this button would say install extension. You could get that done. Instead, what I'm going to do is just enable this item. I had it disabled for this demonstration. So now I go back to my newsfeed. I refresh Facebook now that newsfeed Eradicator is gone. And instead of newsfeed, I still have this top. It'll replace that with a quote. And it'll change that every day, maybe every hour or so. Let's go back up. A quote, "In action will cause a man to sink in the slough of despond and vanish." Oh, I butchered that. "In action will cause a man to sink into the slough of despond and vanish without a trace." And it's usually just a motivating quote to help keep you on track. Say, oh, normally I'd see a friend's picture, but now I see a motivating quote. So if you are having trouble with Facebook, get that extension installed ASAP. It's been really great, and it works really well. You can also find your extensions on the Chrome settings up. I'll show this on the other screen. When you are here, you can go up to the top right corner. I don't think you can see my settings, but in this top right corner is under settings and more tools. You can find extensions you do have and get that taken care of. So that's today's Family Resource Friday. I had so many other tools to help protect us from the things we don't have the willpower or enough willpower. But I was like, I have a lot of Family Resource Fridays hopefully left in my lifetime, and we'll slowly get to them one by one and mix them in with the other resources we find. That some are fun, like games. Others are very serious and protecting us from some really dangerous things. Others are somewhere in the middle. I'd say that's what today's is, but it's really helped me be productive and help probably reach my family reach some goals we wouldn't if I was wasting time. So that's really fun. So I hope you will suggest some things on Family Resource Friday. Comment, send me a message. I'd love to know what your family's doing and using to, how do you make life rich? What is it for you? Please get back to me, and we'll look forward to hearing from you soon.